Morning.
Good morning.
Is it a beautiful day?
Yes, it is. It's gorgeous here. Hi, John.
Hello.
Morning, Chauncey.
Morning, Chauncey.
Morning, Darren. Morning, Dee.
I've got the agenda, so I think I can probably run the meeting, but I might need some help with you to read some things, Susie or Darren.
Sure, I can do that.
Let me know when you want to start. Looks like we're still letting people in.
Yeah, I'm still letting people in. Abby's still having a hard time getting on. I think she's going to need to come in.
I don't understand what's happening. It worked last week.
Yeah, I know, and I keep still trying to admit you.
How does it work for everyone else?
I don't know. I can see your phone number and all of that good stuff, but there's Mark.
You're hard to hear. Darren's fine to hear.
That's fine, just like it is. There you go. As long as it says open on the window there, we're good to go.
Hey, we ready to start?
Not quite yet. I'm still trying to get people in here.
Okay.
Okay. As I asked last week, anybody that's on with us that has a video camera, please turn them on for during the meeting so that we have people being seen when it goes to being turned into YouTube through the Fairfield Media Center. So, and Abby, are you good with how you're set up right now? I can hear you through the door, but I can't hear you on the computer.
Sorry, I had muted myself. I'm on by phone and connected to the computer. I can see you now.
Okay, good. Okay.
Are we ready to start?
I'm letting Chris Estel in right now as one of the final ones. If anybody comes in after this, we'll be okay. So you can go ahead.
Okay, we'll call this meeting to order at 8:32. We have motion to acknowledge the minutes.
Second.
Motion from Drish, seconded by Hamilton. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Canvas Special Cardinal School Election. Abby.
All right. So last Tuesday, there was a special election. They had a vacancy on their school board from someone passing away, and they also had a PEPL. Excuse me. Let me find my paperwork here. Yeah, they had a public measure on, and we had 47 voters. Yeah, it was a fairly easy one. I have paperwork for you to sign, but
Okay.
you can catch that when you have a second, after the meeting.
Okay, we can do that then.
Okay, so do we have a motion?
Who was the winner of the school board election?
There was one candidate on, Trevor Brown, and he got 38 votes.
Okay.
And we had, let's see, it was for our county, 21 no, 26 yes.
For the PEPL?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that way the public gets to hear what actually was voted on and who was voted in. I appreciate that, Abby.
Yep.
So I would move that we accept the election results from the special school board election and PEPL election for Cardinal School District. So moved.
Okay, motion by Hamilton, seconded by Drish. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, meet with county engineer, Scott.
Had some pretty good weather this past week and this week, at least Thursday when I get some rain. So we've been blading gravel roads, get them back in shape from overwintering, and they've been maintaining equipment, cleaning up equipment, servicing it, potholes. They've been taking some cold mix out to fix the potholes that appear, and rock hauling to gravel roads, spot locations. Then there were numerous signs that were hit by ice that were damaged or postman down, and it's kind of hard to put those in when the ground's frozen and snowy and icy. So some of those, the ones that couldn't be fixed, were temporarily put together with, say, a fence post and wire, the wood post wired to that. But they went out to get all of those, any mailboxes that were hit by snow and ice, and any signs damaged by snow and ice, and were worked on this week. I don't know if they got them all, but that's the thing that was done. We also got information went out about the Tuesday, tomorrow, March 9th, informal workshop session by the IDOT Commission, and they're going to meet with staff. They have a public meeting, and then the same day they have an informal workshop session. And at that workshop session, they're going to discuss the COVID-19 transportation funding impact update and the COVID relief funding recommendation. That was mentioned that a few weeks ago. That was the relief where at that time on February 10th, Jefferson County was recommended to get $219,323 in secondary road fund money, and then $77,084 in farm to market funding. And what I hear is that they'll discuss it at this meeting and do whatever other things they need to formalize it. And hopefully by April, we'll have that funding sent along, just like any other funding that we get from the gas tax monies. So and it'll go into our normal funding, and we can use it at any time once it's there. And see here. So we have two bundle bridge projects going on, and I've attended a online. I attended a pre-construction conference meeting that Lee County was having for one of their bridges, or over their bridge, and that's in the bundle anyway. And I haven't seen anything from Van Buren County about doing that yet. And Jefferson County won't have a pre-construction meeting until it gets closer to the time that the contractor will be doing the work, and that's what the DOT recommends as well.
What is the projected date? Do you have any idea yet?
I don't have an idea yet.
Okay.
And that's with Iowa Bridge and Culvert, the bundle with them. And then
Can you give us an update on the funding of that?
it's 54.68%, something like that. It's an odd figure, just under 55% of the federal funding, and then the rest of it would be for bridge funds. And it's the same way with all of the bundle projects in the state. So it'll be that way with our other bundle that we have, which is with Wapello County, and they have 2 projects, and we have 1. That's with Herberger Construction. They've been sending out limited numbers of materials certifications and things like that that apply to us. They're sending them out to the other 2 counties as well. They had scheduled a pre-con meeting, and I tried to find out if that was supposed to be for all 3 counties, and they said it was really just meant to be so that they could do some clearing before April 1st to make sure they don't have any problems with trees that have bats roosting in them. And our project's already taken care of. All those trees have been felled. So as with both of our bundle projects, so we don't need to do that stuff. And then with the 257th Street bundle, bridge that we have, that's with Wapello County bundle. They're talking about starting that in the fall or late summer. So, but there's no specific date. They haven't started actually working on the other 2 projects, Foxmoor projects, so they really don't know. And those are scheduled first. They could be done simultaneously if they have enough crews to do that. So I'm just, when they tell us that they're, the date they want to start and we have a pre-construction meeting, then we'd have a better idea. I mean, much better idea when they're going to start. So, and Herberger has been sending in materials, specifications, and submittals, just like for all 3 projects, just like Iowa Bridge and Culvert is, except Iowa Bridge and Culvert actually started the Lee County project. So there's things like working days and other stuff that's showing up for them, and the results of the pre-construction meeting, things like that are showing up for Lee County's bridge. We get all of that. For the whole bundle, everybody gets everybody else's information too. So anyway, there's some project closeouts we're working on for the Germanville Bridge and for asphalt work that was done on Vetch and Pleasant Plain. And the Peach Avenue Bridge. So we've got a schedule lined up with Brent on working on the closeout for the Germanville Bridge. We have a list of items that the DOT still wants. Some of those items, they need some of the things we send in to go back on working on. It's a give and take on some of the items, and others will be done this week. So I'm going to get better idea from the DOT on they're looking at what we send to them and their response to us about it. And then on the asphalt resurfacing project on Vetch and Pleasant Plain, the local systems field engineer for the Eastern District, that's Kent Ellis. He's been asked to look the project over, and now that all the ice and snow is off, and do a field review. And so we're waiting for the result on that. But in the meantime, if there's anything else we can find that they need, we'll be sending that information to them. Brett said that we're pretty close to being finished on that.
Pretty
Now we'll look
close.
for an update.
Yeah, well, if he finishes what he's supposed to do on Germanville Bridge, I told him to then go ahead and get it turned in. Anything that's still due on the 80 or on the asphalt project.
Okay.
So,
Hey, I'm going to interrupt here just a minute. It's 8:45 and it's time for the public hearing. On property tax dollar proposal. So we can come back to you, Scott. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll move.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion by Hamilton, second by Drish. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, do we have any comments? And this is on the property tax dollar proposal that was published in the paper.
No, Susie doesn't have a comment. My only comment is we worked extremely hard on trying to get this taken care of. There's a lot of things that we would have loved to have tried to do that our finances just aren't going to allow to do that this year because of some of the hurdles that we've come across at this point. But I'm really pleased with the work from Dee and Susie on everything we did to get the budget set and the numbers that we're at. It's a good thing.
Do we have any public comments? Okay. Yeah, we worked really hard. And actually, since it was published, we were able to get within the 2% allowable growth, and that we'll be covering that here shortly. So do we have a motion to close the public hearing if there's no comments?
I would make a motion to close the public hearing.
I would second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
To close? Aye. Okay. Discuss and consider a resolution on property tax dollar proposal. Darren, if you've got that in your folder, can you please?
Yes, I'll get that out here. Number 3. All right, the resolution is as follows. Whereas the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors have considered the proposal for fiscal year 22 county maximum property tax dollars for both general county services and rural county services, and whereas a notice concerning the proposed county maximum property tax dollars was published as required and posted on county website and or social media accounts if applicable. Whereas a public hearing concerning the proposed county maximum property tax dollars was held on March 8th, 2021. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Supervisors of Jefferson County that the maximum property tax dollars for general county services and rural county services for fiscal year 22 shall not exceed the following. General county services, that line has been left blank when it came to this resolution. Rural county services, that line has been left blank when it comes to dollar amount. The maximum property tax dollars requested in either general county services or rural county services for fiscal year 22 does not represent an increase of 102% from the maximum property tax dollars requested for fiscal year 21. This proposal, I do know, does not, or it represents, excuse me, an increase of 102%. We did not exceed the 2% that we were requested. Shannon or Abby, can you give me the two numbers that are missing from this resolution? I'm sorry, we're not hearing you.
There we go. Shannon said that she didn't know what numbers you guys wanted put in there, so that's why it's blank.
So,
not here.
So it's my understanding this is the maximum property tax levy, and the next item is on the actual budget. So today's was to mean that it would not exceed what was published in the paper. But reality is what the budget is going to be less than that, because we were able to get that down, because before it was about 27,000, I believe, or maybe a little more over the 2%, but last week we were able to get that down.
Don't we actually have to announce that today, though, with those numbers in those lines?
I've got the latest funds sheets. So which one do you want? The estimated balance?
It just states that the numbers that we shall not exceed for general county services as one of them, and rural county services as the second.
Well, I have general basic and rural basic. Estimated property tax revenues is for July 21 to June 30th, 2022 would be looks like 4,004,707,120. Can you see that, Darren?
Yes, I see that, and I've written it in on the line: $4,707,120, and then rural county services.
That's estimated expenditures. Estimated expenditures on rural basic. And then there's secondary road transfers. So I don't know, in the estimated expenditures, July 1st, 2021 to June 30th, 2022 is minus 657,754 with the secondary road transfers that we do every year of 1,100,000. But I think we better verify with Shannon for sure.
Well, yeah, and I'm just seeing the date there, Dee. I'm not seeing the numbers that were to the right of that. On the sheet that you held up.
This one?
Yeah. So, okay. We'll have to, we need to get some clarification from Shannon on this as far as what this actually is and what it concerns. You know, because approving a resolution without the actual dollars in there, and we've discussed it quite thoroughly, I thought, and to get this doesn't seem to make sense to me.
No.
So Shannon, could you work those up and then get them to us? now?
Her dad is not well and she's not here.
Oh,
Is Scott here?
is Scott here yet?
Oh, wait, she's just calling in.
Okay.
This comes up. As far as its longevity increase, but personal.
Okay.
Increase on there. And then
Okay. All right. Thank you, Scott. No, no. Okay. Well, if you want, but I don't think there's going to be anything else we need.
Here, I've got the 22 expenditures. But that's the total. Do we want to go ahead and set the date for the public hearing on the actual fiscal year budget?
Yeah, we could go ahead and do that.
We'll come back to this.
Right.
Okay, so that needs to be 2 weeks from today. And that's the last day we can do it.
2 weeks from today is March 22nd.
Correct.
So.
Okay, you guys, Abby says that you guys can't set that yet.
Okay.
The public hearing for that?
Yeah, she's on the phone with Shannon right now.
Oh,
Okay.
So we will stop yet on what's going on. How you doing, Jim?
We're good. Late, I'm sure. We're already in the agenda.
We are in our public hearing for the property tax dollar proposal. We're waiting on some information yet. And we haven't, we've read the resolution, but we had 2 numbers that were missing from it that I had requested that we get together and have put in before we go on with it. And then we have to set our public hearing for the fiscal year 2022 budget. And that would be 2 weeks from today. The 22nd is the absolute latest date we can do that.
Or it can be the 29th. We'll see what she says for sure.
Okay.
We just need to get the publication deadlines.
Right.
While we're waiting, let's just jump to committee reports. Then we'll come back.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make your committee
I had a
report?
couple committees that I met with. I went to my first DCAT meeting on Monday. Tuesday. It was very, very interesting, to say the least. Not sure I agree with everything they did. But moving on, I was also a safety meeting on Wednesday. I have to commend the local folks that work on that committee. They do a great job, all the way from Chris to Brett, everybody. They do a great job. And that's all I have.
Aaron?
I sat in with Susie on the DCAT board meeting because I'm an outgoing member of that. Susie was going to take over everything for me, but I thought I'd be there for a little moral support on what was going on with it. Again, as with Susie, I was a little disappointed in one of the things that happened in the meeting, but that's going to need to be discussed at a later time with that committee. I also sat in on the safety committee meeting for a while on Wednesday morning. I was late attending because of another meeting that I had with the Department of Transportation concerning some road dollars. So we're working on that right at this point in time. And then I think that was all I had this last week. So, but it was a rather busy, stressful week for all three of us when it came to particularly the road use money that we were talking about. So I think we're moving in a proper direction with that. We're going to get some things taken care of here and try to get the ship righted when it comes to that. And I think that we will be moving forward. So that's my report on committees this week. I take that back. I have one more report to make on March 22nd. The installers will be here to look at the new screens and computer systems for doing remote courts. Will be in our building, and Dave and I will be meeting with them at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on that Monday to talk about what electrical outlets that the county will have to provide for this new equipment. We aren't paying for any of the equipment ourselves. It's being provided by the court. So we don't have any expense when it comes to that. It will just be expense when it comes to, sorry. It'll only be an expense to us if we have to supply a new electrical connection for the equipment that's going in. These are large screen TVs, speaker systems, recording systems, and some computer software and hardware that goes along with that. So again, that's March 22nd at 4 in the afternoon.
Okay, I had I had Pathfinders, and then I did a meeting with Josh Lurby and Pat McAvan to start our follow-up from last week's discussion about moving forward on some kind of a development agreement or what. So I've got a to-do list for that, depending on what we give us options to get more information about the request for a tax reimbursement or whatever the proposal we would come up with. So working on that. Also found out late Friday that Pathfinders received an urban agriculture grant that we applied for, and we worked with economic development on that and Amy Bosca from USDA. And so when I get more information on exactly, I know it involves something with a certain way to do stormwater runoff. We'll share that with you, but it's good. Ashley's been applying for a lot of grants and doing a good job getting those. We're working on some water quality grants and initiatives, so that's going well too. Okay, any update yet?
Yes, Abby just came in with the numbers that Shannon had passed along to her. General County Services, the dollar amount is $5,581,025. Rural County Services is $1,031,194. And again, that would be the maximum property tax dollars for General County Services and Rural County Services for fiscal year 22. And they shall not exceed those amounts.
Okay. So do we have a motion for that?
So moved.
Okay.
And I second.
Motion by Drish, second by Hamilton, to accept that resolution. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Set date and time for public hearing on fiscal year 2022 budget.
I would move it.
Do we want that on the 22nd or 29th?
That would be, it's on the motion, it's the 29th at 9:30 is what she has set here.
Okay.
So I would make a motion that we set March 29th for the public hearing on the property tax asking, and that be at 9 o'clock on the 29th. 9:30. Okay.
All right. I'll second that. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Shall we go back to?
We're going to go back to discuss and consider contract provision for engineering services.
Okay, so I'm going to make a motion that we look for options for an engineer starting July 1st, 2021.
I second that motion.
Okay, motion by Sandquist, seconded by Drish. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Discuss and consider step increase for two secondary road department employees.
Okay, I've got the information on that, Dee. The resolution is be it resolved by the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors that the following wage rate and classification for secondary road department full-time employee shown below effective March 1st of 2021. The two employees are Brian Lauderman and Tom Langford. They'll be receiving 5 cents an hour increase on their longevity pay, going from 20 cents per hour that they're currently at to 25 cents per hour, which will bring their hourly rates both to $26.69 an hour. So I would make a motion that we go ahead and approve this.
I'll second it. Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we did committee reports. Do we have any public comments?
Dee, can I say something?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Chris from Public Health. I just wanted to give everybody a quick update. We have the governor and IDPH has now changed the eligibility for COVID-19 vaccine. So now we've also included individuals 65 years of age and younger with some type of comorbidity or underlying health condition. You do not have to show, quote, proof of that illness. When you receive your vaccine, you can present and just say, hey, I have an underlying health condition, which is great that it's been opened up. I'm all for that. But unfortunately, here comes the bad news. There's always a good and a negative. So right now, our allocation at the local health department remains at 300 doses weekly. We continue to share that vaccine with our hospital partners and our pharmacy partners. However, New Cara is receiving vaccine from their state partnership, and Hy-Vee is also receiving vaccine from their corporate federal pharmacy program. So with that being said, we are going to see numbers increase. I know a lot of people are wanting the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. We were told Friday at our Zoom meeting that local public health departments probably won't receive that single dose vaccine until the end of March. Now, I was looking at the calendar, and that can change. We know that I can tell you this right now, and then by 9:30 today, everything is different. So I just wanted to give everybody a quick update. We as local public health continue to work through that tier process, and in the next 2 weeks, all three school districts will have received their boost doses, their second doses. So that's what I know. I just want to give everybody a quick update while everybody was on. Thanks everybody for your continued support.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, do we have a motion to allow claims? Oh, excuse me, any other public comments? Okay, hearing none. Motion to allow claims and approve reports.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Hamilton, second by Drish. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any nuisance property comments?
I have nothing right now to report.
Okay. I had a good discussion with Bruce last week. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Another project to work on. Okay, motion to adjourn.
I would move to adjourn.
Second.
All right, second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for being on with us this morning.